Skittles!
$1 million once, $1 million twice. Fair warning, it is selling at $1 million. So, $1 million.
The Steffi's collection also features a large number of rabbits, and these are some of the finest and most collectible rabbits I've ever seen. Let me share a few of them with you. The first rabbit highlight is a quite rare and exceptionally collectible Steiff Jack Rabbit with a button. This is not Peter Rabbit, this is Jack Rabbit. Rabbit is standing and head and arm jointed. He's like a doll. He has mohair hands and a mohair head. His clothes, which are integral to his body, are made from velvet and are very dapperly attired. His clothes, which are integral to his body, are made from velvet. He is very, very dapper. He wears brown leather shoes with ties, blue and white striped velvet socks, tan shorts, a brown blazer detailed with brass-like buttons, and a large silk tie. His large mohair ears are lined in velvet and are posable with metal wires. His face is detailed with large black and brown glass pupil eyes, brown hand-embroidered nose, and black mouth. He has a tiny red felt tongue and clear monofilament whiskers. His face is absolutely adorable. This product is based on the character of a famous children's book written by an author named Uncle Dave Corey. This series of books were published by Grosset and Dunlop. Between 1927 and 1931, only 2,780 examples of Jack Rabbit were produced. So this is a very rare and unusual item, and it's also very unusual to find one in such good condition with all of its clothing and accessories. Jack Rabbit stands 13 inches tall. This next rabbit highlight from the Steffi's collection will certainly bowl you over. Here we have a 9-piece Steiff felt rabbit Skittle set on wooden plinths. It's really unusual to find an early turn of last century Skittle set in such fine and complete condition. The set consists of 8 tan felt begging rabbits on wooden skittles, and 1 rabbit kingpin dressed in a red felt topcoat and crown. All the rabbits are unjointed, have pink felt-lined ears, black shoe-button eyes, and a simple hand-embroidered pink nose and mouth. They're all mounted on wooden plinths with the kingpin on a slightly higher platform. The set comes with a green and pink felt Skittle ball. All the rabbit Skittles and the kingpin retain their tiny, trailing F Steiff buttons. This set was produced from 1892 through 1912. The American version had 10 Skittles, while the European version had 9. This is an amazing opportunity to get a set in this condition at this age in such good condition. Overall, the tallest Skittle is 10 inches tall. This next highlight from the Steffi's collection will certainly color your world. Here we have a small-sized Steiff begging purple velvet rabbit with an original muster button, and by muster, this translates roughly from the German into pattern. These buttons were put in the ears of items that were designed as the prototypes or in-house samples for Steiff to use as a standard for producing the item moving forward. These muster items were never designed to leave the Steiff factory, so this is a really unusual opportunity to get a true piece of Steiff history. This rabbit is made from lilac and tan-colored velvet, is in a begging position, and is head jointed. Her ears are lined in wire and are fully posable. Her face is detailed with black and brown glass pupil eyes and a red hand-embroidered nose and mouth. The interior of her ears are lightly airbrushed in pink. This rabbit retains her trailing F button and red ear tag with the article number written in by hand in the left ear, and her wonderful muster button in her right ear. This item was produced in a number of sizes in jewel colors from 1927 through 1932. This is a remarkable opportunity to own a true piece of Steiff history. Overall, this rabbit stands about 6 inches tall. This next Steffi's rabbit highlight really is a head-turner. Literally, here we have a 1930s era mohair begging rabbit with a tail turns head mechanism. I didn't realize this had this mechanism till I held him in my hands and just gave his tail a turn, and lo and behold, his head started shaking. It was a wonderful surprise. And one of the things that makes Steiff so special are these wonderful moments. This particular rabbit is begging and made from tan mohair, which has been highlighted with brown and black airbrushing. He's solidly stuffed and does not have claws. His face is detailed with brown and black glass pupil eyes, a red hand-embroidered nose and mouth, and clear monofilament whiskers. As noted, he also has a surprise. He has a tail moves head mechanism, meaning that when his little tail is twisted left or right, his head moves to the left and right as well. Size defies when it comes to this final Steiff highlight in the Steffes collection. Here we have a circa 1905 absolutely tiny velvet rabbit with a button. This baby-sized rabbit is sitting and made from white velvet, which has been painted with charming brown spots. He is unjointed and has a very simple body. He has a chubby torso and small front and back legs. His tiny face is detailed with black button eyes and a simple tan hand-embroidered nose and mouth. He retains his original bow. This rabbit would look especially darling posed with other smaller-scaled Steiff items or even woolen miniatures. He retains his tiny blank button as his Steiff ID. Overall, this little fellow measures about 2.5 inches tall.